Hello, social media. Um, my name is Erica. I'm deciding to tell some of my story. I'm in the dark, as you see, because I'm still trying to come out all the way, but I'm in the dark, but I'm out the dark, and I'm slowly trying to tell my story. And I just wanna, I guess, be comfortable with not, being in the light right now. It's like a disguise. I don't want judgment to be passed on me, but this what happens when you're telling your story and you involve the world. So maybe the first few videos I will have no comments. I have my comments off just because I'm still in the process of healing from my trauma. Um I'm gonna start writing a book next year called Robbed of a Childhood. And I was robbed of mine by my mom's boyfriend. And I know everyone has a story to tell. And I know everybody is, their own story is unique. But I just didn't want to be one of those ones that felt like I needed to do something and pass and not tell my truth or not tell my story to help somebody else out. So I'm not going to give you everything in one video, but I'll just give you a little bit. And when I feel better about making another video, I will be back. So I was molested from my mom's boyfriend at the age of 8 years old. I can't remember before the 8-year-old mark because I think when you're 8 years old, that's when you really start to grow into who you are as a kid. But my mother had a boyfriend, and I don't know how it started, but I do know that he started to touch me. And I can remember us staying in the projects and my mother going to work. And even though she was on drugs, she was a functional addict. She's beautiful. She was beautiful then. And she always worked a good job. And we never really wanted for anything, but we did stay in the projects. But we always, got what we wanted. And we was always fed. She never neglected us. Put my phone down right here. Because it's going to be dark. And I don't know. I don't have a... Okay. So like I said, I don't know how it started. I don't know what was his first words. I can't really remember that far. But I did order the shadow book off of TikTok. So maybe if it's things that I can't remember, it'll come to me. But I can remember the things that I can remember now. I want to go ahead and start the process of me healing. I'm 37 years old, by the way. And I have 7 kids. And so I was 8 years old. My stepfather was molesting me. He would wait till my mom go to work, touch me, come get me from out of my room, and bring me in their room, in their bed. And I remember times when I was at school and he would call to get me out of school just to have sex with me. And I remember that how long, however long it was going on before I can pinpoint to say 8 years old. It got to the point that I was being brainwashed. Like, I started believing like this is what's supposed to be going on to me. This is normal for a 8-year-old child to be experiencing sex. It is normal because I've started to accept that because it was just going on for so long. And I'm only saying that because I started to play along with whatever he had going on. I started to like the fact, knowing that, not knowing that, I'm a child. This man is mental. I didn't know any of that. I just thought this is what people supposed to do. But coming to get me from school, telling my mom my menstruation was on, the reason why he had to get me out of school, and I had to go along with it. But actually, he was getting me out of school to molest me all day long. When my mom came home, she would ask, like, what is she doing out of school? He was like, oh, she called because her menstruation came on. And I did have a menstruation at the age of 8. That's because I was getting touched. I was having intercourse. I was filling out. I had breasts at 8 years old. I had like a shape. Like, my body did not look like the average young girl. My mother couldn't see that because my mama was into drugs. And it went on all the way until I got 12 years old. 11 and a half, 12. He was her drug dealer. Even though he was my stepdaddy and her boyfriend, he sold drugs to her so he can keep her high. And no, he didn't give her the drugs. She took her hard-earned money and gave it to him, and he was still staying in the home. Right? Crazy, right? So he was selling drugs to her to keep her high, so that when she leaves home and go to the crack house, which was across the field, you can open my back door and see, where they go to smoke at. Well, slash her friend house, because her friend, God bless her soul, she has passed now, but she was on drugs. So they would do it together. And every time she left, I just knew what was going to happen. Now, I have 4 brothers. At the time, it was only me, maybe, okay, all of us was in the home at one time. But then, my oldest brother wound up moving with my grandmother. So that just left 3. And then my second oldest brother left the home eventually on down the road. So eventually it was just me and my little brother. But at this time, everybody was in the home. And once they went to sleep, I was being woke up out of my sleep to come in my mom's bedroom to have sex with her boyfriend. He was 38 at the time, and I was 8. I'm not gonna cry. It happened. And it has it has ruined all of my whole life. And I would never wish this on nobody. I lost a lot of. I haven't started really loving myself. I just don't want to. Like, I don't want to give too much too soon. Um, but it's 11 minutes, so I guess I go to 12. Um, yeah. I've been lost ever since then. He took my innocence away. Okay, so anyway, so yeah, that happened. And when I go to the room, he would have on like sex tapes, and he'll make me watch them. And we had to do everything they did. At 8 years old, I had someone that was 38 years old enter me. And he even tried anal sex with me. I mean, everything they was doing. I was performing. I was going down on him at the age of 8, if not younger. 8, I can vouch for. He taught me how to suck his thing how he wanted me to. And that went on for a while in that apartment. He would tell me, like, nobody would believe me. He loved me. If I tell, he would do something to my mom or my brothers. He had mind control over me. I was a child. And at the same time, I enjoyed something. Once it happened so much, I got used to it. I started getting comfortable with him touching me. And he would take me places on dirt roads while he's driving. He would tell me how to lift up my dress because he would prefer me to wear a dress. So that I can pull it up and ride him while he's driving. And he would tell me how to sit back flatly on his chest and look straight ahead as if I'm driving. And I would have to do that until he comes. It was like I was his girlfriend. Because it's like we had began to have some type of attachment. It was like a everyday routine. Whereas he made me believe when he's taking me out, doing these things to me, that I was his woman. I belonged to someone. And that he loved me. And this is the things that's supposed to be going on. He made me feel like, and I was an adult. I started dressing a certain way. And my mom, she was always chasing a man, or always chasing a woman, or always chasing drugs. She never chased me. She never really paid attention to me. It was everything in front of her except me. And it'd be nice. She smoked so much. Sometimes she wouldn't come home till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. And left me there all night with that man. So I don't want to tell so much too soon, because this is like a story of mine, a documentary, or a chapter, or I don't know, but I just wanted to start because I know life is not promising. So I'm gonna end it there, and I'll come back. I don't know when. Next week, next month. But I'll finish telling my story this year. I'll start and I'll finish it this year. Because I've been meaning to tell people what I've been through. I know it's 1,000 stories like this, but I just gotta tell my story. Everybody's telling their story, but I ain't told mine. Sometimes I'm just so lost with not getting the appropriate and the proper help, counseling. No one should take anything like that from a child. That causes so many dysfunctional things. So many dysfunctional memories. And it causes a dysfunctional person. Sometimes I don't even know if I'm coming or going, because sometimes I find myself being trapped in my mind, thinking about stuff that happened to me. And because that, it has caused so many insecurities of mine that I still battle today at 37. And I don't wanna battle with that no more. I wanna be done. I wanna just I just wanna tell it. I don't care. I just want, if I can reach one person One little girl. That's what it's about. Saving one little girl. If something is happening to you at home and somebody touching you, just tell. Just tell. If you in a situation where you can't tell your mom or no one around you or family, tell somebody outside of your home, a police officer. Tell them you don't feel safe. I pray that every mother pay attention to their child, whether if it's girl or boy. Pay attention to the signs. There are always warning before destruction. I pray. I pray that God will give everybody, every woman or every child a mind that's listening to this story, that He give them a mind to pay attention to their surrounding and what's going on in their household. My mama didn't. Doesn't mean you have to. Doesn't mean someone you know have to not have to. But my kids, they standing to the door looking at me, so I know they know that I'm crying. So so I will be updating my situation. Until next time, you guys have a great night, and to know that whatever situation that you in, it's not forever. It's up to you to tell. I don't care how old you are. I don't care what nobody say. If you understand, you can understand that somebody touching you in an inappropriate way is wrong, and that they don't love you.